Hey, what's going on everybody? Big Mike here, back again playing some Defense Grid 2. Man, I've been waiting to play this game forever. I've had it on my computer for, I don't know, a few months now. I saw when their Kickstarter went up, I didn't get a chance to support that. But here it is, the game is here. Finally going to take a look at it. I've played a little bit already, but haven't done a whole lot with it yet. So of course there's the campaign, which we'll take a look at in a minute here. There's multiplayer. This is a tower defense game for those of you that don't know what Defense Grid is. Probably not a surprise with the word defense right in the title, but don't normally think of multiplayer when you think of a tower defense game. So there's two versions. There's Versus, which sounds okay. I haven't played it yet, but what you can do is it's two people playing the same map, and as you defeat the enemies, it actually teleports them or warps them over to your opponent's map, and then whoever gets overrun loses, right? You can play either with a friend, or you can play, online with somebody, just some random schmo, right? Or local multiplayer. There's also custom levels, so the replay value, supposedly, I guess, will be pretty high, right? So if you people are making maps for this, you can probably play forever and not play the same map twice. I went in there a little bit. There's quite a few options, a lot of stuff in there. So you can go right through the Steam Workshop and download those. There's leaderboards, achievements. You can change the settings just for your information. I've got the graphics setting on this to medium, which is probably still too high for my computer. It still looks okay, but just so you know, for full disclosure, can look better. So let's go take a look at the campaign. You can see I've played a few of them here already. Each one, I think, looks like there's 20 different levels directly in the game here. Looks like we're going back to Earth, maybe. Alright, so let's take a look at this one. It's called Supply and Demand. I think this will give us a good feel for kind of what the game looks like. Here's another thing that's really nice. It's back from the original Defense Grid. I was a big fan of the first Defense Grid game. Got gold medals in all the campaigns. Not that I'm the best player in the world, but I really enjoyed it and spent a lot of time with it. So you can play regular story, but there's also different ways you can play each of the levels. So there's a fixed resources where you start with a fixed amount of resources. Power outage. Towers are only active when the build cursor or cores are near it. The cursor causes damage when hovered over aliens. No red towers, so each tower has 3 different levels to it. You can upgrade twice, so you have your green, your yellow, and your red. This means you can't go to red, so you only have medium level towers. You can only have so many towers, so you have to complete it without the gun and cannon towers. So we'll take a look and kind of show you what this all looks like. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Like I said, I already played this one once. Hopefully this time I will do better. And we get into this story. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with that, but here we go. That's General Fletcher. He's the esteemed Jim Ward. I was afraid he wasn't going to be in this game, but he is. Jim Ward is one of my favorite voice actors. He was in the first one for a while there. Pretty much every game I'd play, he would be in. It's kind of like find Jim Ward in the game somewhere. He was in Fallout New Vegas. I was playing that one. It's kind of fun to try to pick out the voice. And there's multiple characters in the story.
Who was that? Is that the distress beacon? And what aliens?
So over here, these are our cores. This is what we're trying to defend. The aliens will come in, try to grab these, and then walk back out this way. So they kind of follow the set path. They come in, and they follow the same path out, at least on this level. That'll probably change later on. They'll have separate entrance and exit points. And you can see it's going to stutter a little bit here, but think that's okay. So it doesn't start until you place your first tower. If you look up in the upper left hand corner, that's where your resources are. That's what you've got to work with right off the bat, and it shows you how many cores you have there. And in this level, these are the towers we have to work with. We've got our normal gun, which is just your kind of standard machine gun type thing. Inferno, which is a flamethrower, doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does light the enemies on fire. So it has a lasting effect even once they get outside of the range of the tower. Laser is kind of the same thing. It's stronger. But it also kind of causes heat damage, which I guess lasts longer than the tower's range. And then the cannon, which has a huge range, as you can see. This one does single shots. It's not great against groups of enemies, but if you've got single enemies, so I kind of like this as kind of a stopping. I'll probably put one there, but right now I'm going to start with the boost. This is different. This is new over Defense Grid 1. This wasn't actually in the first game, so this is a new thing. You can use this kind of as a blocking tower to direct where you're sending the creatures, but you can also build towers on top of that. And then when you do that, you actually can spend a little bit of resources to get a boost for that particular tower. So as you can see, as I'm building the towers, the alien or the path moves. And I waited way too long to build that one, so they're gonna walk right by. Alright. So this might not go so well for me here. That's okay. You can see there's a platform down here. Once we get into a little bit, that's gonna pop up there. And that's not what I wanted. I didn't want that there. I wanted a Inferno, so I'll put the Inferno here. Why not? And we'll throw another gun there. Alright, so as you can see, that platform's rising up there, and you can zoom in a little bit and watch little guys running around. If you look up in the upper right hand corner, that's kind of cool. The graph that it shows, you can compare your current score compared to your best score. As you're going through the level, you can see how that changes, and right now it looks like, oh, there, god damn it, so I lost a core. Not off to a good start. I was hoping to not lose any this time. Let's do a little upgrading here since we have some time. And I didn't want to upgrade that one. Crap. This is not going well. And you can see that core kind of floats around. It'll float back toward the housing when it's... when the enemy dies who's carrying it. The problem is some of these enemies are faster than the cores. This is terrible. I am not doing well. I'm gonna do just that, Jim Ward. I'm gonna throw a cannon up there.
I also am detecting a new type of alien. Charges like a rhinoceros, but slows down dramatically in the turn.
So let's make it turn. A lot. Building boost towers might help with that.
I like the way you think, Kai. And Commander, I also have a laser tower.
Alright, so we don't make these guys take the longest path possible, so I'm going to take them, turn them around here and back around that way. So let's, man, I don't have enough resources to do much of anything here. Oh. Alright, so cores, as you can see, the cores will follow the same path that the aliens are taking. You have a few different options when you're looking at the path. You can either have a small one, or you can have it some bigger arrows, or you can just turn it off altogether. I'll keep it on that until I get them set up the way I want them here. So let's put another gun there. And we'll throw up a laser here. There, so now you can see they're going to direct all the way around this platform. Another thing you can do with the monsters, you can toggle this on and off if you want to see what their health level currently is. Sometimes that's helpful. Generally I turn it off though. So I still haven't decided if I like the design of these towers as compared to the first one. These look, I don't know, maybe a little more fragile. I think in Defense Grid 1 they were kind of blockier and almost more menacing looking. These are good, but a little more cartoony maybe in a way. Still haven't decided. I haven't played enough of it yet to decide how much I like it. I really like the first one a lot, like I said. This one I'm still figuring out. I think I like it. I'm going to keep playing it, of course, because it is more Defense Grid. But overall, as of this point, I think I like the first one better. Not that this one isn't good. I think it's got, what, 81 on Steam, I believe. So I mean, that's still pretty decent. So over here, I'm going to throw up a cannon because you can see the range on this thing. By the time they get down here, usually they're pretty weak. They don't have the big groups like we have over on this way, on this side. As soon as these aliens get out of range of that gun, I'm just going to grade it. So you can see with this cannon here, This upgrade overcharge gives a 25% boost to damage, which is new. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for this boost, as long as I've got it there.
Don't get confused by the swarmers.
Put up another tower to here. Put a laser here. There. Still not doing as well as I did last time. I've lost, what, 5 cores already, so that's... I'm probably not going to beat my last score. And that's Defense Grid 2. I do like it. I'm going to keep playing. I might come back later once I've spent some more time with it to kind of catch up. Let you know what I thought about it, or maybe I'll just make some comments. But definitely worth checking out. You may want to spend a little time, maybe watch a few other videos out there maybe. But if you like tower defense games, this is a good one. If you've never played Defense Grid 1 and you are a fan of tower defense games, I would say pick that one up before you get this one, because that game was just excellent. It was really, really well done. So far this one is good. But Defense Grid 1 is a classic. I think this is $25 on Steam right now, so you can probably get Defense Grid 1 cheaper than that. Play through that one and then play this one. I guess that would be my recommendation. But check it out. Definitely, as a tower defense game, it is good. So thanks again, as always, for stopping by, everybody. Take it easy and have a good one.